Now we see how to return objects from the functions, that is instances as return values. Consider a function find center which is defined by receiving object of the rectangle as a parameter. See, this function find center is called by using function name then the object name. The box object is transferred as parameter to the find center function and it is received as rect object inside the function. Now, as a definition, the object of point class is created, that is P. Now, P dot x equal to rectangular dot corner dot x. We know that in the rect object there is a corner which is nested object and it is going to access x and y attributes of point object. Okay. Now, P dot x equal to rect dot corner dot x plus rect dot width divided by 2. Then P dot y equal to rect dot corner dot y plus rect dot height divided by 2. Rectangular objects width and heights are divided by 2 and added to x and y. And the object is returned by using return keyword, return P, object name is P. Whatever object returned by this find center function, it is assigned to the object center. It is assigned to the object center here. Now, if you are going to display center object by using print point function, then the center dot x and center dot y will be displayed, that is 50 and 100. Now, how to work it on this program using Jupyter, we will see. To return, the objective of the program is to return instance from the function. Now, in the main function, you know that you already created rectangular class and point class. Now, first you can define the function find center by using df keyword, and find center is a function name which is receiving rect as the object name. As a definition of find center function, you are going to finding center of the rectangle. Okay. To find the center of a rectangle, you are going to create object of point class, then P dot x equal to rect dot corner dot x plus rect dot width divided by 2, and then P dot y equal to rect dot corner dot y plus rect dot height divided by 2. Then you are going to return P. Okay, this returns object to the main function, and in the main function you are going to call find center function by passing object of rectangle. The object of rectangle is box, which is already created, okay, in the previous program, and box dot width and box dot height are 200 and 300. Box dot corner is 10, box dot corner dot y is 20. These all attributes are passed to the function find center, and it returns object P. Returned value has to be stored in a resultant object, for example result. Now if you are going to print result.x and result.y, and if you run, it displays center of the box. Okay, by computing this way is showing the result. The objective of this program is how to return an instance, that is object, and when you return instance, that is object, it is received in the main function and attributes will be accessed. Okay, attributes will be accessed normally. This is about returning instance from the function. Now we see the properties of the objects. Objects are mutable, means we can change the attributes of the object. For example, box.width is the attribute which is added with 50 and assigned to box.width. Box.height is the attribute which is added with 100 and assigned to box.height. Now, grow rectangle is the function which is receiving box object as the parameter and width and height. It is called by using grow rectangle function name and object of the rectangle, that is box, then by using value 50 and 100 is assigned to d width and d height. Now rect is the object, rect.width equal to rect.width plus d width. Okay, d width is passed as value 50 and 100 is passed to d height. Rect.height plus equal to d height means to old value of rect.height, d height is added. Now the old value of rect attributes are added with the d width and d height, means the attributes of the rect objects are changed. Okay, after changing, here it is going to be printed in the main function. We can see altered value. Before changing it was 150 and 300. After changing it is 200 and 400, which is added with the 50 and 100. This is the property of the object attributes, that is objects are mutable. Now we see copying one object to another object. Okay, copying an object is often an alternative to aliasing. There is a copy model which contains function called copy to copy one object to another object. For example, take P1 as a point type of object and you are assigned with the value 3.0 and 4.0. Now if you import copy and use copy.copy method to copy object P1 to P2, P1 will be copied to P2. Okay, and you know that P1's values are 3 and 4, and after printing P2, P2's value also will be 3 and 4. Print point is a function which is defined to print attributes of point objects, that is to print x and y. Here we can see P1 and P2 will have same values, that is 3 and 4, but if you try to check whether P1 and P2 are same objects, no. P1 and P2 will have same values, but P1 and P2 is not same object, because P1 is a different object, P2 is a different object. P1 is copied to P2 and it is copy as value, not by reference. Therefore, P1 is P2 gives a false. Now we work with the objects are mutable. that property practically. Okay, this method to define mutable property of the objects. Okay, try to give a comment line. Objects are mutable. Now here grow rectangle function which receives rect object d width and d height, and width and height are added with the d width and d height. Rect dot width and rect dot height are attributes of rect object. And in the main function we already created the object of rectangle class, that is box. Now box dot height equal to 150, box dot width equal to 50. Here calling grow rectangle function, grow rectangle function with the box object and then values to be added, to width 100, comma to height 200. Okay, and after calling, if you try to print, okay, print box dot height and box dot width and box dot height. And if you try to run this code, see, old value of box dot width is 50, which is added with 100 gives 150. Okay, old value of box dot height is 150, which is added with 200 in this function and gives result value as 350. Indicates you are passing box as the parameter to rect, and rect dot width and rect dot height are changed, which is pointing to the values of box dot width and box dot height. Okay, which is reflected in the main function. We also see mutable property of the object. Mutable property of the object. Here you already created the point class object. Here if we want, once again we create p equal to p1 equal to point and p1 dot x equal to value, p1 dot y equal to value. Now if you are going to assign or copy, if you are going to copy p1 to p2, p2 equal to copy dot copy p1, and copy is the model. Okay, copy is the model, therefore you have to import copy model, import copy. Now by using model name copy and method name copy, p1 is copied to p2. Now if you try to print p2 dot x and p2 dot y, okay, run, you get the same value 3 and 4, which is nothing but attribute values of p1 and p2. Okay, now if you take print p1 is p2 to check whether P1 and P2 are referring the same objects. Run. It gives false, indicates P1 is a different object, P2 is a different object, but you just copied P1 to P2 as value. Now, instead of using copy, if you tell P2 equal to P1, okay, and print P1 is P2, then run. Now it gives true answer for P1 is P2 because you assigned P1 to P2, indicates P1 and P2 are referring same objects. Thus, by using the assignment operator, you are assigning objects as references. By using the copy model, we are copying objects as value. Okay, here this copies objects as references by using equal sign. Therefore, P1 is P2, giving true for assigning P1 to P2. For assigning P1 to P2, P1 is P2 gives a true. For copying P1 to P2, P1 is P2 gives a false. Okay, when you try to copy P1 to P2, P1 is P2 gives a false. Now see this object diagram, which is having width and height of box object and width and height of box 2 object. And corner object is of type point class, which are attribute of box and box 2. Both will be point to same x and y. Now, if you copy box to box 2 by using copy model, by using copy method, then box 2 is false because you used the copy model. But box 2 corner is box dot corner gives true because you know that corner object is of type point class, point having x and y attributes, both corners pointing to same x and y, and both corners is of type point class. Therefore, box 2 corner is box dot corner returning true value. This we can do, or we can check practically. Here we already created pointer type of object P1, and it's already created rect dot corner equal to box dot corner equal to of type point. Already we created, and we are having 10 and 20. Now box is already created object, and if you try to copy box 2 equal to copy dot copy box. Now if you are trying to print box dot corner is box 2 dot corner, it has to give true. Yes, it is giving true for this statement, indicates nested object is referring to same attributes and it is same object. Okay, box dot corner is same as box 2 dot corner.